In this episode of The Food Boat, we're out at my best friend Alex and his brother EJ's farm. They have a spread of food from home team barbecue, helicopter rides for the participants, and a bunch of local law enforcement present. The local law enforcement is not here because we got rowdy. They are actually the guest of honor. They are showing the attendees how to shoot out at the range, and most importantly, they are showing the dog work. What dog, you might ask? The dog that Alex and EJ donated to the town of Mount Pleasant. They are so cool. Like, I'm gonna fanboy on them in this episode. They are that cool. That's what this video highlights. We're out at the farm and they get presented with an award and you get to see the dog work. So, hope you enjoy the video. Thanks again and see you on the next episode.
All right, so we're about to do the bite scene. We're gonna be lining up between us and this oak tree. We're gonna have our police demonstration where the suspect will be running down towards the open field and the dog that we donated, Eddie, will be chasing him down for a bite.
Out of curiosity, what does donating mean?
So
you fund it for life? Or?
We fund the acquisition of Eddie.
Or?
No, just the acquisition. There's still hundreds, well, not hundreds, thousands, but tens of thousands of dollars that go into training these animals. We simply donated and raised enough money to give money for them to procure the dog. So, but yeah, we'll see them run. You can see our suspect in the blue suit, and it'll be pretty awesome watch.
It's not like a bad.
Alex wanted me to try to get as decent a video as I can.
Yeah.
So, running that way.
Yeah, I'll probably have him run. Honestly, you being over here would probably be the best because we'll have him kind of run like that way and then send from like right here. So that way everybody can see it, but they're not really in his sight line.
Okay.
So either here, down by his truck, kind of depending on the angle that you want to get.
Okay.
But that's the general idea. We're just going to do that and then see if he'll verbal out off of the bite suit. So I think he will. I don't think we'll have a problem with that. So there's some dogs we have some problems with that need
and
extra
this is the new pup? Or
This is the one that they just donated back in.
Okay.
Probably once I do this,
When did we go select it? June? Maybe
June?
June-ish. Yeah, so.
what does that process entail?
So it.
Because June's rather fresh.
Yeah, so he still has a long way to go to be a fully. We call it there's certification ready,
right?
That allows you to work the road, and then there's actually street ready, and so like the difference is like yes he's certified to do everything, but he's still limited on a lot of the things he can do just because he needs everything's about exposure with it all, and like to get into the weeds of it. If a dog sees a picture and there's 10 things in that picture,
right?
The more things he's seen in that picture
Let me
before.
get some of this.
Okay. So the more things that the dog sees in the picture, if there's 10 things in the picture, the more things that he has seen prior to seeing that picture in real life for the first time creates success, right? So if he's seen 8 of the things and there's 2 new things, there's less likely for him to fail, as opposed to if he sees a new picture that's 10 fresh things, he might not know what to do right off the rip. So the difference between certification and street ready is that, right? So certification, bare minimum, we want them higher than that. And so they can start working the road at the bare minimum, but they're a little bit more limited than some of the senior dogs.
So the new things that they'll see then will be the suspect as opposed to...
Different ways that they see the suspect. So they've seen the suspect in the bite suit, they've seen the suspect without a bite suit in a muzzle, they've seen the suspect in a plethora of different ways. But we need to increase that. So some of that is sends through the water, some of it is sends into the woods because especially at nighttime, a lot of nighttime stuff with blue lights flashing. But like if you have a wood line like that or even the tall brush out there, the dog at nighttime especially will see that as a wall. They don't recognize the features the same way we do. So we have to teach them that these features are passable objects that aren't a problem. So again, it's just trying to show all of these pictures that they're gonna see, trying to eliminate as much as the environmentals as possible before they see it. So one of the big ones is vehicle pursuits. So running out of a car and just going straight off at a suspect, that's a new thing. At nighttime, in the rain, with sirens going, all those things play different factors.
And what breed?
German Shepherds, Malinois, the one that you're about to see is going to be a purebred Malinois. And
So straight up meatless.
yes.
I mean, that's all those
Yes.
That's like the most agile guy.
Oh yeah. You'll see. He's a tiny little, we call him pocket mouse because he's a little bit on the smaller side, but it doesn't negate his intensity, I can tell you that much.
So what are you anticipating when you get the bite suit?
Obviously to get bit, but big thing is don't freak out. That's the main thing. But also too is when you decoy is also trying to better the dog as well. So you're obviously trying to, I don't know, she explains it better. What is decoying?
You don't want to, when the dog comes in for a bite or stuff, you have to learn how to appropriately take the bite. Trent's probably best to ask, but he'll show you, like, instead of just standing still when the dog hits you, you can jam up their neck. You have to move with them. So there's a lot to learn.
Can everybody's attention?
Seats. Hey, seats.
My name's
No.
Kevin Willis. I'm with the Sheriff's Office.
Hey, nay.
The dog in particular that we're going to do the demonstration with is a product of EJ and Alex.
Seats.
They have donated a dog to
Seats.
us earlier in the summer.
Good.
So what Mount Pleasant is about to get, this is kind of maybe not the finished product, but it is a far along product. We got him back in
No. Off.
June. His
Off.
name is Canine Eddie.
Off.
This is Tanner Buller. This is his handler. He's a dual-purpose canine, so he is obviously used for apprehensions and biting bad guys, and that's what you're going to see here in a second. So if I can, just nobody making too much noise. He's going to give them some commands, and then he's going to send them. It just depends. We have some suits that are thicker. That suit's a little bit thicker, so it's more for them to work the dog. There's
Seats.
some suits that we have thinner because there is a translation from biting a suit to biting a person is a lot different from a dog. And it's all about the first thing that a dog experiences is the scent.
yes.
Our words can matter less a lot of times. So transitioning that, we've got a lot of different methods. So there's thinner bite suits. We wouldn't send them when they're out of sight.
No.
There used to be a lot. There's been a
Seats.
shift in the culture of
Seats.
police
Hey.
canine. It used to be they'll take them off the lead and they'll
Nay.
put them in the woods.
Seats.
But fortunately, that is not even close to being something we do anymore. So out of sight is a lot of times it's going to be tracking.
So the whole reason for this event today, I appreciate everybody coming out, but Michael, if you would come out here next to Kevin,
Seats.
we're donating a dog for Michael Poor here at Mount Pleasant Police Department.
No.
The canine unit to have a dog, and
Seats.
so this is the person that we're supporting. He was on the cover letter. He is married, unfortunately, but you know. Yeah, sorry. It's a good throuple. It's fine. But so anyway, I just wanted everybody to know that this is what
Off.
we're all here for, is so we can help Michael out and
Good off, buddy.
and in his department with a new dog. So, all right.
Good off. Good off.
I think also before we kind of break up, we had one thing. If I could get EJ and Alex up here. So, like I said, the first dog was a donated dog from these extremely nice gentlemen. We as a canine community have been so gracious to us. They have donated time. They have donated venues, places for us to train. And a lot of times with the dogs, the way we have to go about training with the dogs, we deal with the top 1% of dogs. These are the professional athletes of the dog world. We need to change the venues because they are smart enough to recognize if we train in the same place too much, that this is just training. And so one of the ways we have been able to negate that is to train different places. Not everywhere is welcome for us to train at. And these guys have given us venue after venue to train at. And we most recently hosted a it's actually an international certification, but it was mostly national teams. And I have a lot of brain injuries, so let me read the numbers of people that we had here. So we just hosted it. There was 94 canine teams positively affected by their generosity. This is the second year in a row we hosted a national certification. This is the 25th year of the anniversary, so it was kind of a bigger certification process than it was normally. It was a big dog and pony show, literally. 123 total participants, teams as far away as Arizona, Washington, and even outside the country in Montreal. And this was for explosive search and rescue and patrol canines to get certified. And we could not have done that without the venues that they provided. It has been a huge asset. They have been a huge asset to us in just the different venues and everything like that. Of course, obviously donating a dog and setting up a venue like this where we can get a dog donated to Mount Pleasant is phenomenal, because we are starting to be recognized in the Low Country around the world as elite canine. I think all the units around here, we train extremely well together, from the city of Charleston, North Charleston, Mount Pleasant County, all the different agencies. We train really well together. We have a good culture down here. These guys giving us venues and setting up stuff like this has been able to cultivate that and allow us to be elite. And we can't do that without y'all's support, y'all's time here today. We are so gracious of that, and I'm very appreciative of that. And obviously, the financial support is huge too. That allows us to go from the bare minimum certification level to the elite level that we are currently operating at. Obviously, we've had a ton of manhunts in the Low Country the last few years, and some of these dogs you have seen today played a huge role in taking those criminals into custody. So thank you all for being here, and thank you guys very much. We have a plaque and a little gift.
Right, the bourbon to you.
So Mount Pleasant also has something they want to talk to you about. But this is from Ipawata. This is the certification process that we use, and so we wanted to give the plaque. And I will give the floor to Mr. Poor.
Yeah, thanks. Thank each one of y'all for being here. I know our department speaks on that as a whole. Over the last 2 years, EJ and Alex answer the phone whenever our department needs a building to use. Each officer from our department, from our community service officers all the way up to our chief, have used their buildings for yearly certification training, whether it's scenario-based, canine-based for us. They assisted us with our couple of scenario trainings we've had and our yearly certification. I'm trying to think of, y'all helped with Ray and them, but so that was a big one. We had agencies from all over the southeast, all the way from Colorado, come out and use the buildings they provided. I met EJ and Alex through Kevin several years back, and they've been generous to use this place for the Navy SEALs have been here, myself, our canine team. We come out here during canine training, SWAT training. And then EJ and Alex, they reached out to me asking how could they do more. And I thought they were crazy at first. And then they came up with the idea, and they mentioned the canine program. So my dog was retiring, and they were like, hey, we want to do more. Thanks to y'all and them. We were able to retire Vondi come in March. And actually this week, we're going to go look for a new canine to replace mine. So I'll use each one of them to help me train that dog. And once that dog's trained, certified, then I'll retire Canine Vondi, which y'all just saw. And she'll stay at home with my wife and kids, and while I'm at work with the other dog. So she becomes a family pet. So from my department to y'all, I know this is nothing but a plaque, but it's more than that. So thank you, dude.
Thank you.
This is for the barn here. Not today. But it's another bottle of liquor y'all can use. So thank y'all, each one of you. And thank all y'all for coming. I know it's a Sunday. You could be doing other things, but our department benefits from it in a huge way.
I'd like to say, I mean, thank you. We couldn't do it without you guys, too. I mean, we can obviously donate what we can, and we try to raise enough money that we could retire Mr. Poor here, but a dog is just going to have to do this time. So, you know, thank you all. All right, let's fire up the helicopter.
Oh, you want me to say something? What do you want me to say? I don't ever know. I'm never on this side of the camera. No, she rocked out though. High five.
Oh, thank you.
First time.
My videography
First time
skills.
in a whirlybird. First time in a whirlybird.
Yep.
What do you got to say for yourself?
Well, we did a lot of twists and turns and stuff, but it was good. It was good. It was better than riding in a plane.
Was it?
Yeah.
So you describe a car accident. There's a lot of twists and turns.
Alex just wanted me to get
All right, James, they're going.
6 years.
All right, Baldwin, range shot.
Range shot. I love it. You're fine. There's one in the chamber. Okay. I'm gonna flip it on fire for you. Just, and then when you're ready, just feed another round in. Just push it forward and then down. And you're still on fire. Yeah, we'll do one more confidence 5, and then we'll go 700. We're gonna come up to 5.5. Maybe if you just hit the back. And you're on safe now. So when you're ready, just flip that switch to fire. Really well. Skip down. It's skipped into it. Let's try 400. 1.9. That was nice.
Okay, let's go cold for just a second, Ball.